Hey, it's Webs here with a new mercenary video. This time we are going to be covering a improved version of a old mercenary video that I actually did in the past, which was to get Kazakus to his Kazakusan form so we can start stealing our opponent's mercenaries and make him as large as humanly possible. With this version of the build, you can actually get Kazakus to 100 plus attack and 100 plus HP. If then you have another mercenary die, you can bring in Vol'jin, and then he'll have a speed of 3, thus allowing you to one-shot any mercenary that your opponent will put down. And because the other two mercenaries you have in your starting lineup usually have a bigger target than Kazakus, this is actually achieved quite a few times when playtesting this build. I also realized when it comes to this build that there is a little bit of anti-synergy between Kazakus and Y'shaarj. However, you still want the big damage output that Y'shaarj can actually bring to the team. Before we get into the mercenary by mercenary breakdown, however, I do want to say that the gameplay footage in this video is actually going to be live commentary instead of my normal post commentary that I add on after I play the games, because I actually live streamed on Twitch for the very first time this previous weekend. And that's where most of this footage is going to come from. There might be some that isn't live footage, but we'll see. For the mercenary by mercenary breakdown, the first mercenary on the team is Kazakus. We are using Wild Vine as his equipment, just so we can actually make all of our mercenaries a little bit bigger. And for the most part, you're going to be using Build a Golem with the Divine Shield on turn 1, then with the Taunt on turn 2, and then use True Shape on turn 3. However, there are some situations where Build a Golem with the Rush Golems is a lot better, and that would be something like a Explorer Naga matchup. Y'shaarj is the second mercenary on the team. We are using Mark of Y'shaarj as his equipment, and for the most part, you're just going to be using Defiled Attack every single turn. However, if you are in a Old God matchup, Raged Unbound is probably your better bet, because this will allow you to scale up even quicker. Cho is the third mercenary on the team. We are using his stash of scrolls as his equipment to reduce the damage taken by our golems so they can survive, so we can actually eat them with Kazakus, and mainly using him for patience and wisdom. Vol'jin is the fourth mercenary on the team, which usually gets brought in after one of the other mercenaries actually dies, just so you can have a speed of 3 on Kazakus, which is really impactful and allows you to steal any of your opponent's mercenaries, and you're mainly swapping between Curse of Weakness and Shadow Surge. Sylvanas is the fifth mercenary on the team. We are using Death Volley. However, most of the time you might want to use N'Zoth as the fifth mercenary instead of Sylvanas, and you are going to be using Reclaim Souls and Banshee Bolt on Sylvanas. Finally, we have N'Zoth, as mentioned before, which we are using Eternal Torment as his equipment, and mainly swapping between Spawn of N'Zoth and Corrupted Viscera. But there is some funny little things you can do with Gift of the N'Zoth. If you know your opponent is going to be summoning a Golden Monkey and they have some other type of ad, you can actually hard target the other ad before they get the monkey out, and then steal their monkey before they can actually do anything with it. That all being said, let's look at some games. Okay, so they're back with the third build. That's the one sad thing about Mercenaries right now, is the ladder doesn't have that many players. Or they're back to the original build that we faced. Oh, no, this is a little bit different. It's meant to actually just screw us over. It actually kind of helps us a little bit, just because of the fact that we're going to guarantee... Oh, no, it doesn't, because Cho's going to be slower. That's a little bit of a shame, but it's fine, I guess. So, let's do this. Rub a taunt, then do that, I guess. Y'shaarj should be dead this turn. We should be fine with our golems. Oh, Rush is going to be interesting. That gets there, that kills that. We're just... Oh, didn't hit the one thing I actually really wanted to hit there. That's fine though, because we should be able to get a really quick Kazakus off. Do that, do this. Do this. It should be like an 80 attack Kazakus. 80 or 90. Somewhere in that range. Yeah, 90 attack. So we can just one-shot anything we want. Okay, so Joe's gonna put up... Let's just do that, and then try to slam into that. No, let's just summon the 3 ads. Just be a little bit safe here. Fine with everything dying there. I think we should be able to kill Elise this turn, guaranteed, unless they heal up. Do that, that. Let's do it like that. Yeah, because I knew they were going to heal up. There's no reason not to heal up this turn. It wasn't on CD. Just want to steal the Elise so we have a way to buff up Kazakus even more or heal with him. So he's not constantly bleeding. Okay, so we'll go there. Oh shit, we have... That's actually a really funny... Huh, I didn't know that's how that was going to work. That's actually really cool. That makes me actually want to use this instead. Okay, so... Let's... do this. I don't think they can win this game at this point. I'm so shocked that that's actually how it worked. It actually snapshots the... Huh. That's so cool. That's just so cool. Okay, same person as before. This matchup really is just if we win the speed tie or not. I think technically we do have a better chance of winning it just because we have more mercenaries that can just eat up the attacks, but that's not necessarily always true. It actually hits Kazakus. That's a little bit frightening. Get there. I'm gonna do this, this again, then a taunt, try to kill N'Zoth. The smart thing for them to do would be actually steal one of our minions. But I guess N'Zoth is probably going to be dead. Oh, or not. That's nice though. And same position as before.
Embrace your hatred.
Okay, so it looks like they're mainly fighters, which might be a little bit of an issue with the build that we're actually using, but we shall see. Oh shit, it's going to be arcane. That could be an issue depending on if they have Estra to get into the Cho. We're just going to do our stereotypical combo though. Actually, we might want to put up a taunt just so we can protect Kazakus for a turn. Sure, he's not going to get bigger because of Cho, but it's still fine. I do wish we had a little bit less HP on one of the other 2 mercenaries. There are times wherein not having something maxed out actually helps you a lot, depending on what build that you're actually playing. Great example is Reno, most commonly. People just keep him on max because he's better when he's not maxed in a lot of builds. Well, we're going to try to attack into Trigor, I guess. Or actually, we could do Nefarian and see if we can actually hit both Nefarian and Trigor out of existence here. That didn't work so well. We shouldn't have attacked with those 2. It's a shame. But we can put down all 3, I guess. It's gonna be harder to do this game, but it is what it is. Okay, gonna use Reclaim Souls. It's there. Trying to get the Tyrande dead is probably a good solution, but at the same time it could backfire pretty quickly. Of course it's going to hit the ad. Oh, perfect. We get the Trigor dead, which means these two are going to hit each other. Then we have to deal with the entire bench, which Valera should be dead this turn. Tyrande I'm going to hard focus down, I'm pretty sure here. And then we have Shin left, and I'm assuming Cairn? Going to be a real close game either way. Okay, so kill one of the ads. That's a perfect hit for us. Even though it doesn't look like it, it's perfect. I'd rather them hitting a Zoth there than not hitting a Zoth. Okay, so it is Cairn. I'm gonna try to get rid of Tyrande here. We have Sylvanas actually hit or get hit by Shin. We're in a way better position. That kills Tyrande and that kills Shin, which means we have an ad. I think we just won from here. Eating the ads is a stupid decision, but I think because we're going to be quicker no matter what. So let's just keep summoning the ads just to be safe, and then we'll win the game next turn. Okay, so a different person for our last game. Hopefully it's something that isn't old gods. That breakdown makes me think Elise is the one fighter, or it's Belinda. Or Diablo, actually. Diablo could be it too. Okay, it's just going to be Shadow. The hell is the second protector then? Well, we're going to try it like this, I guess. I really wonder what... I mean, they could do the Diablo Cairn combo on bench, or Tyrande and Bane. I feel like there's a Shadow Mercenary I'm forgetting about. I just can't think of what it is off the top of my head. Okay, we're gonna put up a taunt, which won't matter at all. This back into this, I guess. Let's try it like this. This might actually just help them more in the end, but yeah. Okay, so that might have been a misplay there. It wouldn't be me if I didn't misplay here and there. Okay, we're gonna steal that, do that, then reclaim souls, I guess. We just snipe the Vol'jin out of existence. Or yeah, let's reclaim souls. Oh, could they be just a pure Naga bench? That would be cool as Shadow. I'd love that counting as our own. They try to do what we are doing in this build. Okay. So I'm assuming Cthulhu. The Yogg doesn't make sense, actually. The hell's on the bench? Y'shaarj. Lich King. That isn't something I expected to see. Do this. I'll get rid of Y'shaarj, since we don't have anything real low. Has to be Cthulhu, right? Or no, Sylvanas. Sylvanas is the last mercenary. I'm dumb. I was thinking it was pure old gods when it's actually just Shadow. Because Lich King technically is a Shadow mercenary. I want to do something with Lich King, and this diamond portrait is really, really cool. I just don't know what. That should kill that. Do that. Try to kill Sylvanas before she becomes a big problem. And we do. Okay. Not a bad way to end it, to be honest. Alright, now that we're through the games, let's discuss my final thoughts of the build. Overall, this build was probably not the best one in the world, but it had a hilarious matchup against other Old God builds. It actually had an incredibly good matchup against those, especially because you could use the fact that the other person is going to be using Y'shaarj's equipment to speed up all the Old God abilities, which means you can actually get a Rage Unbound and actually get a 100 plus attack Kazakus. However, this build does have a clear weakness to things that use a bunch of fighters, mainly because of the fact that it does have 4 casters within the team. With that being said, though, if you really want to get a really big Kazakus, this is the perfect build for you. Otherwise, maybe pass out on this unless you're facing a bunch of other Old God builds, which is very common right now. The other thing that might be a little bit worth mentioning is the fact that Sylvanas is maybe not the best inclusion given the fact of what you're doing with Kazakus in the deck. But I did want to have a fighter on the team just to give us a little bit more variety instead of including something like Cookie as the 6th mercenary. I, however, did not actually run into any Frost when playtesting this build, so I don't actually know how that matchup would actually go with using this, but I'm going to assume it would probably be a pretty decent one just because of the fact that you are mainly using casters, and those casters can easily hard target local R before it becomes a real big issue. And like always, if you enjoyed the video, please do like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye bye.